U.S. intelligence agency, mind control.
Thank you all very much.
This joke already not worth it.
Thank you all very much.
We get it.
Yeah. Come on, let's go.
Wow, what an asshole. What an asshole. Come on, now shut the fuck up. It's my turn to talk.
I can tell you.
Wearing a country's flag is cringe. Wearing a state's flag.
Well, that's definitely a Texas thing. I don't know. Maryland's flag, it would be kind of sick. You could probably make some cool shit with that one.
If you say so.
Go look at it.
I can tell you, America needs a president who will secure our border.
Okay.
America needs a president who can stand up for you.
America needs Donald J. Trump.
Hey, Greg, why isn't the border
president's
secure
most
exactly?
Sacred duty.
Didn't you directly interfere with that and fuck it up?
Fulfilled that duty by eliminating illegal immigration. Under President Trump, we had the lowest illegal border crossings in about 4 decades.
Okay, no.
By contrast, however, Joe Biden deserted his duty.
No.
On his first day in office, he gutted President Trump's policies.
Good.
And the result has been catastrophic. Under Joe Biden, illegal immigration has skyrocketed.
No, it hasn't.
Under his watch, around 11 million immigrants have crossed our border illegally.
And?
That's very low.
It's more than the entire population of Michigan.
Okay.
It's twice the population of Wisconsin. Biden has welcomed into our country.
You know what's crazy?
Rapists.
Whoa. You know what's crazy? Like, this guy's job literally depends on those people because of how much, like, half of Texas is like Latino. Right? Literally, they pay the taxes that pay his fucking bills, right? And this is the shit he's saying.
Yeah.
I don't understand how Texas is a red state. I really don't get it. I don't understand how
Break his
it's
legs.
Yeah. Like, we got to get more migrants in there to turn Texas blue. No, it's
Biden has welcomed into our country rapists, murderers, even
Jesus
terrorists. And the price.
Question. That was Trump.
Probably
through your border.
Hot take. I think Abbott might be a few of those things.
That we have paid has been deadly. Among the many victims.
Haven't you profited?
12-year-old Jocelyn from Houston, Texas.
Okay.
Raped and murdered.
But when we give an example of a woman who almost leads to death from an abortion, they don't matter.
No.
Because that's just one example.
Exactly. And anecdotes are clearly proof of concept, right?
Okay, we're going to get a Laken Riley?
Well, he'll bring it up. Don't worry. Someone will.
She's one of thousands whose lives have been destroyed by Joe Biden's open border policies.
How many people have been raped and murdered by white guys? Is it more? It's probably more, right?
How many people have been murdered by someone in a wheelchair?
That is an interesting question.
To make matters even worse, Biden is even fighting tooth and nail to stop Texas and other Republican states from securing our own borders. I deployed thousands of National Guard soldiers
to
build hundreds of miles of razor wire barriers. Give it up for our National Guard.
Hey, Greg, a mile down the road, there was no border wall from the location that you did that stunt at. You know that, right, Greg? It was 1 mile away. There was no border wall even built there.
They built those barriers to stop.
Oh my God. They already walked through the fucking Berrien Gap. What is another fucking mile?
I ordered the National.
Oh no, some razor wire.
And also, like, you know, like even the one that's like, the reason why they have a hole where it is because it's a much less dangerous path anyway. So it's like, it's just so funny because it's literally like, this policy is literally those cutout houses on North Korea's hillside, right?
Yeah,
that's literally.
There's no way this is real, right?
I've seen. I saw one guy just do it with like a Post-it note.
Also, is that the chick we tried to speak to?
I don't know.
Might be.
The guard to triple the razor wire on the border.
Oh my God! More razor wire.
Okay.
Legend.
No.
When Biden took.
I just want to be clear. Like, most of the time, what happens is they get like Border Patrol just basically goes over and they start clipping razor wire in an area because they have to let in an inlet because it's built up so much there.
Yeah.
That they then start assisting people into crossing razor wire. So.
Very cool.
Yeah. But I know, you know, like maybe I don't know. Maybe something even more proactive. Like, why are you worried about your border? Think about how many borders are below that border. Oh, it doesn't matter because the country below us already isn't a white country. Right? So we can't work with them on their border policy to secure their borders, you know, even like, you know, that would shoring up theirs, you know, working down there instead of at our border doing this militant rhetoric. That would be 50% of your so-called problem erased. Why don't you do that policy?
Yeah.
Do you want the problem fixed, bro?
$50 acres of Texas border property to illegally process up to 5,000 illegal immigrants a day. I directed the Texas National Guard to take back our land and wire it shut. Now, there's no longer 5,000 people crossing the border like there was under Joe Biden. Now that the National Guard wired that shut, on average, there is one illegal immigrant crossing the border at that location a day.
At that specific location.
When Joe Biden and Kamala Harris refused to even.
Okay, bro. Did you hear me when I just said that there literally isn't a wall a mile down the road from where this is? Wow, crazy. You mean only one person crossed through the more dangerous route that now has like this fucking where a boat ramp it's not even more dangerous, just they can walk right through. It's just that the boat ramp can't be used for Border Patrol to make sure people aren't going to die there. Right? So they can just, you know, as long as they have pre-knowledge of this and they're not just like, you know, just heading in a direction without like navigation, right? As long as they have a basic plan, they'll just be like, oh, I'll start walking slightly diagonally when I get to about this rock or something, you know? And then they start walking diagonally and they go right in. Don't even get close to that fucking site because it's only a mile up the road where the wall is just open, Greg. Why don't you close that if instead of, you know, why don't you extend your little song and dance, huh? Take more land. What's that? Why have you only taken that one little part that's when they're just going down the street? Huh? Seems like a shallow policy, Greg.
The border to them. I began busing illegal immigrants to Washington, D.C.
Okay. Hey, Greg. Hey, Greg.
And we have continued
busing. Greg. Isn't there already a migrant transportation policy anyway? Like, you know, like they send all the Venezuelans to one place anyway. So what you do is closer to black bagging, where you basically just fuck with these people and use them for political stunts, and you're well known for that is just a political stunt, and you send them to these locations where they're not scheduled to be because we have an entire coherent plan, because we know an estimate of how many people are default going to cross the border. And so we have a coherent plan on how to keep processing things, and we're going to expand those plans, but you helped block them. Anyway, Greg.
Migrants sanctuary
Big
cities
violation
across
of
the entire
human
country.
rights, by the way.
And those buses will
If the
continue to
UN
roll
ever wanted to
until
sanction somebody in the US, he would be a good candidate for it because of the busing policy that he does, which, to be clear, already happens. It's just they normally are told where they're going before it happens. And instead of being fucked with and trolled by this fucking guy who's clearly, you know what it is? You pick on people for being in a wheelchair and then they become this. How do we do an Adolf Hitler pun for also being like crippled and can't walk?
I don't know. That's a hard one.
finally secure our border. Fortunately, I see hope on the horizon, because on November the 5th, Joe Biden will be fired. And Donald Trump will once again become the president of the United States of America. He will enforce the immigration laws. He will fight the Mexican drug cartels. And he will arrest the criminal illegal immigrants and put them behind bars.
Wait. So now we're using taxpayer dollars to keep them in prisons, Greg? That doesn't sound like a solution. Which one is it? Send them back or put them behind bars?
It is time. It is time to restore order at the border. It is time to rid our streets of crime and chaos. It is time to secure our nation by returning Donald Trump as president of the United States of America.
Honestly, we might have to do a fascist speech tier list for the IRNC at this point, because, whoa, that was the first one we looked at, and that was blowing me away. That was heavy. JD Vance, I fell asleep to.
Oh. There's more.
The only thing that could top that was like if a dog gave a speech. Ah! Dracula! Watch out, it's
Charlie Kirk,
Cuckula.
founder of Turning Point USA
Cuckula.
and Turning Point Action. Together, the largest conservative grassroots.
What is going on with Charlie's head?
Couldn't tell you.
Dude, this guy's barber must be really fucking mad at him.
We have a name for fantasy realized. It's called Nightmare.
Oh, God.
Organizations in the country. Thanks to our work, I talk to a lot of young people on campuses, at our events, on my radio show, podcast, and social media. Said differently, I visit college campuses so you don't have to. I hear a lot from young people about their hopes, their dreams, and their fears. You see, young people are idealists. They respond to vision. For the past 4 years, they've seen the vision of the Biden-Harris regime. That vision is,
oh my God,
you'll own
he
nothing
called it a regime.
and be happy.
He called it a regime.
The Democrats say, instead of owning a home, you'll rent a 400-square-foot studio apartment. Instead of owning a car, you'll rent a scooter using some app.
Where?
Their vision is this: limit your dreams.
Where?
Give up. Aim lower.
Hang on.
Content with less.
Hang on. Where is the Democratic Party out here being like, meritocracy doesn't exist, eat poor, go fuck yourself? Juche, bitch.
He's saying it's World Economic Forum shit.
Oh, so now Klaus Schwab are the Democrats? Oh, it's all George Soros. Oh, yeah. So he's just Jew-splaining, right?
Pretty much.
This is just Jew-coded stuff, huh? That's what you think?
Yeah, sure.
That's a lot of high-level ideas for such a baby head like that.
They referenced the protocols.
If you're a 20-something in America,
I
life has been really tough.
That's a great book.
You've watched home prices rise 47% since 2020. 47%.
And McDonald's expensive
home ownership
now.
Is now make over $106,000 a year. Since I last spoke at the Republican convention 4 years ago, I've become a husband and father.
Cringe.
And a full-time cock.
I'm
Count Cuckula.
For millions of people my age, that is a dream that feels farther away than ever under the Biden-Harris administration. According to current projections, 1/3 of today's young Americans will never get married. The average American is having fewer children than ever before. Why? It's because for far too many, they simply can't afford them. The basic things our parents enjoyed.
We got
are increasingly
microplastics in our balls, Charlie, actually. That's what the problem. It's the microplastics. We need government regulation. Will you stop the microplastics from getting in our balls, Charlie? Will you regulate them? What do you think of that?
Yeah, I didn't think you'd be getting a free beak washing, did you, buddy?
You see, the American dream has become a luxury item for the wealthy elite.
Houses.
Happy countries have children. Broken countries have addiction, depression, and suffering.
Question.
Democrats have given hundreds of billions of dollars to...
What other countries are you referring to? Go ahead. Let me hear it. Go ahead, Charlie. Which ones?
Illegals and foreign nations, while Gen Z has to pinch pennies just so that they can never own a home, never marry, and work until they die.
Who caused that?
Under Biden, our young people own nothing and they are miserable.
It started under Joe Biden. Got it, Charlie.
Pathetic, mutilated version of the American dream. When he was president, young people were richer than ever before, and he will do it again.
Richer than ever before.
Donald Trump is on a rescue mission to revive.
You know what it is? They're like, because the fucking Kardashian became like the first billionaire or something, or the first youngest millionaire or billionaire, right? So the youngest billionaire. That's what. So that skewed it. So young people were richer than ever, huh, Charlie? Is that what we're talking about?
Is on a rescue mission to revive your birthright. Your
birthright.
What? Can we go back to where that came from? Did you skip ahead?
No, I went back because I knew you missed that.
Grandparents and those before them gave everything to hand down to you. And listen carefully.
Which grandparents? From how long ago, Charlie?
He's talking about property hand-downs. So this is the entitlements. That's all he's saying. His entitlements are good. Rich people staying rich instead of helping young people.
Watch him turn this into you shouldn't have to pay reparations.
Hey, everybody. This is why young men are the most conservative that they have been in 50 years.
Yeah, and look what's fucking happening, you moron.
To all the Gen Zers watching this,
guess what one of the main issues in Korea and Japan is? Like, guess. It couldn't possibly be women are becoming more liberal and men are becoming more conservative, leading to divides, leading to less child rearing, meaning smaller population growth.
That's right. We've done it. The gay agenda.
So you are literally killing your own society by becoming more conservative. You fucking troglodyte.
Well, see, he's going to fix it by letting the alpha males breed with his wife.
Convention on TikTok right now. I have a message just for you.
That his cum is worthless to the master race.
You don't have to stay poor. You don't have to accept being worse off than your parents. You don't have to feel aimless and unhappy. You don't have to support leaders who lied to you and took advantage of you for your vote. America's future is a series of choices. Our current state of slow motion national decline is a choice.
We're putting accelerationism on that. We're greasing the wheels.
We're going to choose success.
I wonder...
I think Abbott's speech was better.
I wonder in like pre-Nazi takeover Germany when Hitler was doing his speeches. I wonder how many of his speeches involved speeches about how Germany is beaten down and shit country, and that you need to take your country back with this idea of what would you call it?
Mythic nationalism,
romanticization of a past that existed only in propaganda. What would you call that, Charlie?
Manifest destiny.
Like, do you think that
because according to
Adolf Hitler
the same
was
thing as
doing his little
manifest
speeches in his little bars in the Weimar Republic,
destiny.
talking about how Germany was doing great for the people? You think that's how it was, or do you
He
think
was
he was
like, I
talking
could have
about
been an artist.
how German decline since World War One has shamed Germany, and that
Bro,
men need to take their spot back?
So
It
like,
sounds
I
pretty familiar,
actually
doesn't it?
I ran into Charlie Kirk the other day, right? I was just fucking walking down the street, you know, having a nice little walkie, and it fucking comes up in the sewer asking me if I wanted a balloon.
We're going to choose to put the future of Americans first. We are going to choose to no longer be spectators this election. We together are going to do the work.
And burn down the Reichstag. Sorry. I'm excited.
Save America.
People are saying it. People are saying, is this the Reichstag moment when Trump got shot in the ear?
I fucking saw that. Yeah. Fucking hilarious.
America. We are going to choose to work harder than ever before, to chase ballots, to vote early, to register new voters, and all of us together working harder than ever. We will fire the Biden-Harris regime and put Donald Trump
need to use
back
rhetoric
in the White House.
like genetics being bred out, okay? We don't need it. Breeding is their shit, okay? It's not like, look, like, I can't get pregnant, but I'm sure gonna try, okay?
Are you aware of a CIA psychological profile about you, sir? Would you be interested in hearing what the CIA had to say? This secret study portrays as a brilliant but dangerous megalomaniac who is likely to pursue his own aims in disregard of U.S. interests. He's an uncertain ally. Shall I go on, or would you prefer that I stop, sir?